are getting benefited by the chapter which I am doing now, that is the admission of partnership. And here we are taking different sums and we are trying to solve different types of sums. Today I'll continue with a sum in which we'll be talking about journal and then followed by the preparation of the balance sheet of the new firm. So keep watching. Sun and Moon are equal partners. They take Star as a new partner and PSR becomes 1:2:3. Star brings furniture worth 25,000, office equipment worth 45,000 and cash 50,000. Goodwill of the firm is valued at 60,000 but Star does not bring any goodwill. The balance sheet on the date of admission shows in the liability side Sun's capital 80,000, Moon's capital 75,000, so total becomes 1,55,000. Then we have the general reserve as 40,000, creditors as 25,000, which gives a total of 2,20,000 of the liability side. In the asset side, we have plant and machinery 1,25,000, furniture 25,000, stock 40,000, debtors 25,000, cash at bank 5,000. The balance sheet tallies at 2,20,000. The following revaluations were agreed on Star's admission: depreciate plant and machinery by 5,000 and furniture by 5,000. So both plant and machinery and furniture has been depreciated by 5,000. Stock was revalued at 60,000. That means the value of stock has gone up from 40,000 to 60,000. That means it is increased by 20,000. Prepare journals and balance sheet after admission. Now, whenever this type of question comes, to prepare journal and balance sheet, we need to understand very clearly that before preparing the balance sheet, we have to prepare the capital account of the partners. Only then can we get the balance of the capital account. Now over here one more information needs to be given, that you can see very clearly that Star has brought in two assets, furniture and office equipment along with cash. That has to be taken in the new balance sheet of the firm. After reading the question, we have come to know that there are two partners, Sun and Moon, with the profit sharing ratio 1:1 because they are equal partners. They have taken a new partner, Star, as a partner, and the new profit sharing ratio has become 1:2:3. Now here there is a different thing which we are doing, that the new partner has brought in two assets along with cash as his capital contribution for the firm. So first we will also see this, that the new partner has not brought his share of goodwill. So we'll start with the first step, that is the calculation of the sacrificing ratio. Then we will start with the journal entries, because the question has asked us to prepare the journal entries and prepare the balance sheet of the new firm. And if you have watched my last video, I have already said that you cannot prepare the balance sheet of the new firm until unless you prepare the capital account of the partners. So here we'll get started with the sum, and we see that there are two partners, Sun and Moon, and they are equal partners. Now they take a new partner and the profit sharing ratio become 1:2:3. So first we have to calculate the sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio is old ratio minus new ratio. So for Sun, half minus 1/6, LCM is 6. So we are getting 3 minus 1, that is 2/6. And for Moon, we have half minus 2/6, that gives us 3 minus 2, that is 1/6. Therefore, we get a sacrificing ratio of 2:1. We are also informed that the goodwill of the firm is 60,000 and the new partner does not bring his share of goodwill. Now when the new partner does not bring his share of goodwill, the goodwill will be debited to his current account and credited to the sacrificing partners in the sacrificing ratio. Here we have calculated the sacrificing ratio and we have got 2:1. Now the first bit of information which we are given is that the new partner comes in and brings along with him furniture worth 25,000, office equipment worth 45,000, and cash of 50,000. So this is the first thing which is there. Apart from that, if you have after reading the question, we have come to this, that there is a general reserve in the question also, and the general reserve is 40,000. And you know, whenever admission takes place, the general reserve is distributed among the old partners in the old ratio. So we'll start off with the journal entries. The first journal entry which we will do is for the assets and the cash brought in by the new partner. Who is the new partner? The new partner is Star. So the first journal entry which we will do over here is, you can see very carefully, furniture account debit, office equipment account debit, bank account debit to Star's capital account. What are the values? Furniture, you know, 25,000, and you know office equipment is 45,000. 25,000 furniture, 45,000 office equipment, and 50,000 is the money brought in. So if we add all these three, the total amount comes to 1,20,000. The second bit of information which is given to us is that the goodwill of the firm is 60,000, and the new partner, that is Moon, does not bring his share of goodwill. So if the goodwill of the firm is 60,000, and if you see the new profit sharing ratio 1:2:3, the goodwill of the new partner will be 30,000, and that has not been brought in by the new partner. Therefore, the current account of the new partner will be debited. So the next journal entry will be Star's current account debit to the sacrificing partners. Here both the partners have sacrificed. Son's capital account to Moon's capital account. So the goodwill over here is 30,000, that is the share of the goodwill of Star, which Star has not brought in. Sacrificing ratio is 2:1. So Sun's capital 20,000 and Moon's capital 10,000. This is the goodwill which has not been brought in, and that is the reason why the current account of the new partner has been debited and the sacrificing partner's capital account has been credited. The next thing which we'll see over here, there is a general reserve in the question, and the general reserve is 40,000, which will be distributed among old partners in the old ratio, and you know what is the old ratio, 1:1, because they are equal partners. So the next journal entry which we will do, general reserve account debit to Son's capital account to Moon's capital account. What is the value of general reserve? 40,000. And what is the PSR? Equal. So 20,000, 20,000. Any accumulated profit, any accumulated reserve should be distributed among the old partners on the date of admission. That is what we have just done. After doing these three journal entries, now let us start with the journal entries for revaluation. You can very clearly see that the value of plant and machinery and the value of furniture both has gone down by 5,000. You see over here that furniture has also been brought in by the new partner, 25,000, and the furniture given in the balance sheet is 25,000. So therefore the value of furniture becomes 25,000, but the furniture is depreciated by 5,000. There is a revaluation of stock also. Stock is revalued to 20,000 more. That is what we will show. From 40,000, the revaluation stock has become 60,000. So there is an increase in the valuation of stock of 20,000. So we'll first do the journal entries for revaluation. The first journal entry will be revaluation account debit to plant and machinery to furniture. Both have gone down by 5,000. Therefore, revaluation account debit 10,000, plant 5,000 and furniture 5,000. The second revaluation which is given to us in the question is that the stock has been revalued to 60,000. From 40,000 it has become 60,000. Therefore, there is an increase of stock by 20,000, and therefore the next journal entry would be stock account debit to revaluation. Stock account debit to revaluation, and it is moving up by 20,000. There is no other revaluation, and therefore by doing these two journal entries, we can find out the result of the revaluation account. You can see very carefully that there is a profit of revaluation of 10,000. Why? Because the credit side shows 20,000, debit side shows 10,000. Therefore, there is a profit on revaluation of 10,000. So the next journal entry is revaluation account debit to, what is the name of the partner? First, son's capital account. The second, to moon's capital account, and the profit is 10,000. Since they are equal partners, 5,000, 5,000. This concludes the journal entries. After completing the journal entries, now we'll prepare the capital account and find the balance of the three partners over here. As you know, the three partners are Sun, Moon and Star, and Star is the new partner. We'll find out the capital balance of all the three partners, and then we'll go ahead with the preparation of the balance sheet, because the question has asked us to prepare the journal entries and the balance sheet. But I have already mentioned to you that you cannot prepare the balance sheet until unless you prepare the capital account and find out the balances of the three partners. So with the given information which we have in the question, that is Sun and Moon had a capital of 80,000 and 75,000. There was a general reserve, the journal entry of which we have already shown, and the profit on revaluation has been also shown, and also we have shown this concept of the goodwill not brought in by the new partner. These things will be entered in the capital account, and we'll see what is the balance of the three partners. So let's get started with the preparation of the capital account. And so, capital account, there are three partners. We start with the balance. By balance brought down, we have three partners as Sun, Moon and Star. So what is the capital? First, you see the capital balance, 80,000 and 75,000. So we have over here 80,000 and 75,000. And the next one, we have the general reserve. By general reserve, and see very carefully, the general reserve amount is 40,000, and you have distributed equally among the partners because the PSR is equal. So general reserve 20,000 and 20,000. I hope you understand the ledger posting. Since the journal entry is general reserve to Sun's capital to Moon's capital, the entry in the capital account will be by general reserve 20,000 and 20,000. Now let us see the result of the revaluation. Okay, the result of the revaluation, there is a profit of revaluation, and you can see the journal entry revaluation to Sun's capital to Moon's capital. So therefore, the entry will be by revaluation. And we can write profit, and we can see over here 5,000, 5,000. Very carefully see that we have missed out one more entry over here, that was the goodwill, which was not brought in by the new partner Star. This journal entry, Star's current account to Sun's capital account to Moon's capital account, that has to be taken into consideration, and we will take over here by Star's current account, and over here please see very carefully 20,000 to Sun and 10,000 to Moon. After doing these entries, we also know that the new partner has brought in furniture. See this entry, new partner has bought office equipment, and the new partner has also brought in cash. So these three entries will be posted in the capital account. So the entry is very simple. buy furniture, buy office equipment, and buy bank account. Please see very carefully. The amounts are 25,000 furniture, then 45,000 office equipment, and 50,000 is the bank amount. So with this, we now come to the total of the three partners and we'll get the balance. There is nothing in the debit side. Therefore, just totaling it will give us the balance. Now, 80,000 plus 20,000 gives us 1 lakh. 1 lakh plus 5,000 plus 20,000, that gives us 1 lakh 25,000. Over here is the total of the first part. The second partner, 75,000 plus 20,000, 95,000 plus 5,000, 1 lakh. 1 lakh 10,000 is the total of the second partner, and the third partner is 1 lakh 20,000. If you see the first journal entry, we can see it's 1 lakh 20,000. Now let us move on to the debit side and write to balance. Carry it down and write the figures 1 lakh 25,000, 1 lakh 10,000 and 1 lakh 20,000. So this is the balance of the three partners which we have got after preparing the capital account. So and I have already told you in my previous lectures that we should always bring down the balance. So by balance brought down, 1 lakh 25,000, 1 lakh 10,000 and 1 lakh 20,000. Even though it is a repetition, it's absolutely very important to do it. If a small mistake in the capital account, you can see that we have not written the name of the partners. So we need to do that. Sun, moon and star. So by this we have completed the capital account, and the question did not ask to prepare us the capital account, but still we have to do it. I have told you the reason why. After doing all this, now we'll go to prepare the balance sheet of the firm. Now let us start with the balance sheet of the firm. So the first asset which was given in the question, if you remember, was plant and machinery. And you can see over there the value of plant and machinery has gone down by 5,000. So what was the value of plant and machinery given the question? 1 lakh 25,000. So we'll start away with the asset side. Plant and machinery. The value was 1 lakh 25,000. And there is a depreciation. And the value of depreciation is 5,000. Therefore, outer column figure is 1 lakh 20,000. The next piece of information is furniture. If you remember, furniture was 25,000 and the new partner has also brought in furniture worth 25,000. See over there very carefully, furniture 25,000 has been brought in by the new partner. And what is the name of the new partner? Star. So add Star's capital or new furniture, both can be written, and less depreciation. Again, the value is 5,000. If you see the first journal entry for revaluation, you can very clearly understand that both plant and machinery and furniture has actually gone down. That is the basic reason why I have not rubbed the revaluation journal, so that you can understand why it is taking place and how the value is going down. Okay, so you can see over here it's becoming 45,000. Now we are also informed that a new partner has brought office equipment of 45,000. So office equipment, this was not there in the question. If you see very carefully, office equipment has been brought in by the new partner and the value of that is 45,000. So these are the non-current assets or fixed assets. So we can see plant and machinery 1,20,000, furniture 45,000, office equipment 45,000. Apart from that, we have the concept of stock. Is it clear? The value of stock given in the question is 40,000. Okay, the value of stock given in the question is 40,000. And if you see the second journal entry for revaluation, the value of stock has gone up by 20,000. So add increase 20,000. So the outer column figure of stock is 60,000. After that, there is debtors and there is cash at bank. And debtors does not have, repeat again, debtors does not have any revaluation. The value of debtors is given in the question, if you remember, is given as how much? 25,000. So the value of debtors is given as 25,000. So we'll write that debtors 25,000. There is no other information about debtors. Now we have cash at bank. The value of cash at bank was 5,000. Add stars capital, or you can just add it without writing this also. How much? 50,000. So that becomes 55,000. Apart from this, there is one more entry which will come in the asset side of the balance sheet, which is the current account, because Star did not bring in the goodwill. If you remember, the goodwill of Star had come to 30,000 and he had not brought in goodwill for the firm, and therefore this will be entered over here as Star's current account. Star's current account, the goodwill amount which was not brought in. So with this, we have come to end of all the entries in the asset side of the balance sheet. Now we'll move on to the liability side of the balance sheet with the first three figures, 1,25,000, 1,10,000 and 1,20,000, which is the capital balance. So capital account, what are the name of the partners? Sun, Moon and Star. It's absolutely up to you to keep the figures in the inner column and go to the outer column. Absolutely your choice. I'm keeping the figures in the inner column and will take the total in the outer column. 1,25,000, 1,10,000 and 1,20,000. So now if we add this, we are getting a figure of 3,55,000, which is going in the outer column. Repeat again, 3,55,000, which is going in the outer column. Apart from that, there is another thing, creditors, which is there in the liability side of the balance sheet, and it did not have any adjustment, and the value of creditors is 25,000. So there are only two items in the liability side of the balance sheet, and there are several items in the asset side of the balance sheet which has been written over there. So you can see 3,55,000 plus 25,000, the total becomes 3,80,000. Now let us see if the asset side also adds up to 3,80,000. 1,20,000 plus 90,000, 2,10,000. 2,10,000 plus 60,000 is 2,70,000. 2,70,000 plus 25,000 gives us 2,95,000. 2,95,000 plus 55,000 is 3,50,000 plus 30 is 3,80,000. Yeah, the balance sheet does tally at 3,80,000, and with this we have come to the end of the question, because the question had asked us to prepare the journal entries and prepare the balance sheet of the new firm. If you remember that we have prepared the journal entries, if you remember the first journal entry which was prepared was for the assets and the cash brought in by the partners, which has been shown in the capital account. The second journal entry was done for the treatment of the goodwill, and we have shown over here Star's current account 30,000, and you can see over here Star's current account 20,000 and 10,000. That was the second journal entry. The third journal entry was for general reserve, which I have shown over there, and then we have done three journal entries with which we have got the profit on revaluation, the effect of which it has been shown over here, and this concludes the entire sum. I hope you have understood the calculation. Keep watching my channel, don't miss any of my videos, and if you have not yet subscribed it, please subscribe it and press the bell icon.